You're watching the 2023 SCAC Fall Media Days. Today we're taking a look at the Schreiner University Mountaineers volleyball program. The Mountaineers will be led as they head into the season under the guidance of head coach Jeremiah Tiffin, along with senior center Mia Moreno. Coach Mia, thanks so much for joining us today.
Appreciate it. It's good to be here.
Coach, we'll get right into things with you. I'm sure it's been a whirlwind of the last 16 to plus months or so as you get hired and now head into year two, going through your first full season a year ago. What did you learn over the course of last season, and where's your excitement level at as you open up a new preseason camp here in year two of this Mountaineers volleyball program?
Yeah, I think it's good to be here in a second year. It's nice to get settled in and be in a rhythm and not have to just teach all the basic offensive sets and defensive sets. So it's nice to have returners who understand what's going on. Looking back at last year, I think, going through the conference one time, it's nice to know what to expect from these different teams. Yeah, in my previous life, we had played Trinity before, we had played Southwestern, we'd played TLU, but we hadn't played everybody. We hadn't played them in conference. And so to be able to go through a whole season now, we know what to expect about, what's Trinity's style, what's Southwestern style, what's Dallas's style, and be able to game plan and prepare a little bit more. I think that's going to help us going forward and understanding just what to expect. I'm just really excited now that we have, going into the second year here, we have so many returners. We have players that, decided to buy in with what, we were teaching and saw the success that we had last year. And so with good returners and a lot of experience and combined with some good newcomers, I'm really excited about our depth and excited to see what we can do this year.
Mia, for you individually, coming off a career year a season ago as a junior with career highs for a single season in terms of assists, digs, blocks, how did the success of last season help motivate you coming into this year? And what have you worked on over the course of the offseason to continue to grow and get better as a player heading into this your senior year?
Yeah, I definitely think, Coach Tiffin coming in and just really changing the perspective on the program has really been a big motivator for me. Like he also mentioned, we really bought in last season and we got just a glimpse of what really could be. This offseason, I felt like everyone was just really working hard physically, mentally, ready to come in, just really hit the ground running. So it's definitely all gas right now. So that's really what keeps it in, coach and the girls for sure.
Coach, you look back at last season, a ton of success early in your first year at the helm there, most wins in over a decade with this program, tied for the most wins in the SCAC era in terms of conference victories. You return 11 athletes that played in 19 or more matches a season ago, including 4 that appeared in all 30. How does that help, your job going into year two, knowing that the team understands the expectations, they understand the standard? How does that help get and receive your message heading into year two with that kind of experience and the success that you had?
Right. So we bring back about 75% of our offense from last year with kills, I think, attack attempts. I mean, we bring back all of our offensive players except for one main contributor. And having that experience it makes my life easier because there are some things I don't have to teach because the returners can be like, nope, this is our standard. This is what we're doing. I don't have to babysit because the returners know what to expect. This is what's going to happen. We're going to hold you to this and we're going to do it. And so it allows us to focus more on the things that we need improvement on. It allows me to spend more time with the freshmen, with the newcomers, and say, this is what our standards are, because I know that the players have already said that to them as well. And so now they hear it from 2 different voices. And so having that amount of experience, it just allows us to really hit the floor running. I mean, we've already had 3. It's what's the date? It's the 16th. We've already had 3 practices. We've got a lot of things done, and we've gotten a lot better just in those first 6.5 hours. And so having that experience just allows us to mesh easily and just improve at a quicker level.
Mia, for you heading into your senior year, what's your mindset? Do you feel a sense of urgency? What's the message that you have to your group here in this preseason of your final year?
Yeah, I think the message I'm definitely giving it them is just leaving it all on the court. I feel like we had a great season last year, and it wasn't we played great, and we didn't end where we wanted to. So we're still super hungry for these wins and stuff like that. So I think that's just kind of what's keeping us in.
And finally, Coach, wrapping things up with you, this season is successful if what happens? What are you looking to see this year to continue to take those next steps within the program and build off that successful foundation that you were able to lay a year ago?
So the season's successful if we look back on it and don't have any regrets. I think last year, we did get the most wins we've had in a decade. We won more 5-set matches than we won in the past 5 years combined. But we look back and go, we left a little bit on the table. And that's something that we've already addressed this year. And I think we, at no point in these days that we've been back here, have we said we want to get X amount of wins? Have we said we want to do this and this and this? It's about, can we put all that we have onto the court? And when we leave, look back knowing, hey, we got better in practice and we left all that we got on the court during games. And we've talked about, I think one of our big goals is we don't want to lose a match this year. We're going to get beat. That's going to happen. We're going to play teams that are better than us. We know that. And there's some programs that don't have to say that, and that's great for them. We're still in that stage where we're going to get beat by some teams, but we don't want to lose matches that we can win. And looking back, if we can do that, that's a hugely successful thing. And I think the second part of that is instilling in everybody, continuing to improve our team culture, improving our team environment and our team values, and understand here's how we do things, here's how we resolve conflict, here's how we integrate everybody so that we can keep building and keep our program going on that upward path, so that next year, even though we lose a lot of good players like this one right beside me, we're still going to be in a position to improve and get better. And so I think that for me is what a successful season will look like.
And finally, Mia, wrapping things up on your side, what motivates you as a player? What are some of the goals that you have, not only for yourself, but for this team heading into this 2023 season?
Yeah, I think what motivates me is really just my team, just being able to play my last season ever of volleyball for them, with them. I think that's what really gets me up every morning and makes me want to be a better player. They make me better, and I hope, they feel the same way about me. Team goals, definitely, we're making conference. We're going to break through that glass door for sure. And I think try and grow this program more. I want to leave it better than how I found it. And so I hope I leave, I got to leave the ladder down. And so that's probably my biggest goal with the newcomers and stuff.
The Schreiner University Mountaineers volleyball program. Again, the Mountaineers will be led once again heading into the season of the guys head coach Jeremiah Tiffin, along with senior setter Mia Moreno. The Mountaineers will open up their play in the 2023 campaign against Concordia on September 1st. Coach Mia, thanks so much for your time today, and best of luck as you head into the year.
Thank you.